Right then, hello and welcome to another one-off. Today we're having a look at Barro F22. As I mentioned, on Sunday we were going to have a look at the second Barro game I was gifted during the week, and that is exactly what we're going to do. Now, the track list in this game is exactly the same as Barro GT. The only difference is you only have 10 cars instead of the 25,000 that you were given on Barro GT. So we're just going to pick a couple of cars at random with different colors. So we're going to start with green, and we're going to pick some of the tracks that we haven't raced on yet. So we've done what was it we did? We did Nürburgring, Silverstone Spa, and Laguna Seca. So we're going to do Zandvoort. We're going to try Zandvoort to start with. And I'm going to keep everything the same. You can have night races as well, which is unique. But yes, we're going to try Zandvoort to start with. And as you can see, it's exactly the same viewpoint as Barro GT. And you do have different views as well. And away you go. What I do like, though, is that the positions of the other drivers is on the gearbox at the back, which I think is a nice little touch. Oh, excuse me. But yes, the cars still sound like lawnmowers. That hasn't changed. I do honestly think that they recorded... Well, one of the dev team recorded themselves just mowing the grass and used that as the sound. But I'm not doing great at the moment. Come on. You have still got your boost as well. So that hasn't changed. It's exactly the same as Barro GT. The only difference is you got different cars. And that is it. So everything is identical to Barro GT in every way, shape or form. Oh, that bloody handling of these cars when you go into summer and then it ricochets you into the wall. Okay, last corner. The updated Zandvoort with the banked last corner. Always good to see. I don't think we're going to win this one somehow. I wonder how my teammate's getting on. Doesn't really say who's in what and where. I can't see my teammate. He should be in the same car color, green. Let's catch up to you. Pass you, right up into 15th. Soon to be 14th, there we go. Oh, he actually rolled. That'll be a semi-decent thumbnail if he can get one. Back through the banking. And we'll use the last of our boost if we can. Final lap. Now, this game is definitely not harder than Barro GT. It's exactly the same. It was just my incompetence during lap number 1 that we're actually lower down the grid. I'm gonna draft you, possibly. These, I wouldn't say these were Formula 1 style cars. They look more like Formula 2 or Formula 3. Or even the Formula 4 cars. They look a bit too small. Oh, and I rolled it and crashed. That is the first time I've actually crashed properly. Oh well, let's go on the bonnet view and use the last of our boost. And we get a top 10. Oh well. And we get an achievement. Yay. So, yeah, not too bad. Top 10. Absolutely fine. So we'll pick... what car should we pick this time? We'll go for the Ferrari looking thing. And we'll go with... we'll go with Interlagos. Why not? So I won't do any of the night racing or weather conditions because you've already seen it on Barro GT. So this video is going to be a little bit shorter. I'm just going to pick, I don't know, 3 tracks to race on. And then we'll call it a day. Because, again, there's really nothing new to say about this game from Barro GT other than it's got different cars. Right. See you later, scrub lords. Oh. Oh, come on, stop it. Oh my god. Oh well. At least they didn't just put an invisible wall. In the infield, you can actually drive over some of the off-ramps. And oh my god. Oh, will you stop it? One thing that they didn't add is that giant water tower that you do have on the outskirts of the circuit, that big blue one. No, that was a detail they didn't add for some reason. Right. Oh my god, that is awful. The handling of the cars, I think there was a comment in Barro GT, is that the handling is a little bit jank. And it really is. I think they could have toned down the sensitivity a little bit because the handling model has been exactly the same since the very first Barro game. Or Borrow game, however you want to spell it. And nothing's really changed in the handling department. So I think if they could tweak the handling to be less, I don't know, less oversensitive, that would be really, really wonderful. But as it is at the moment, you got to be careful when passing anyone. Let's get past you again. Looks like it's going to be another top 10. Sticky grass. They had sticky grass in the Forza series and they've got it here. Oh, will you bloody stop doing that? God damn it, every single time. I don't even think we're going to get a top 10 at this rate. We might do. Oh, actually, no, the bloke in 10th place, he's way too far up the road. So we might, if we can draft these two, might get a 11th place. Or he's just going to ram us into the wall. That's fun too, I suppose. Oh well, 12th place it is then. And again, you get the achievement regardless, so you don't have to complete the race itself. This menu music sounds like bloody Sonic the Hedgehog. Like one of the older ones on the Mega Drive. But that's just me. We'll go for a Jordan, why not? And what track should we go on this time? I think we'll go to Suzuka. Why not? Get ready indeed. 3, 2, 1, activate. Right, let's see if we can actually win this one this time. Rather than screwing about. Oh. Or not, that would just happen. It's fine. You still get the odd frame drops as well, which is, again, identical to Barro GT. It is literally like every 2 minutes or so you get like a mini frame drop where the game judders, but besides that, runs absolutely fine. Get past you here before we get to Spoon Curve. Nice. Time to draft, which isn't going to be difficult. Don't know why the cars are turning on the main straight. It looks a bit weird. Through the Casio triangle, which has been shortened. Get off. Right, 2 laps to go. 6th place. Might get a victory. Or we might not. Might crash right at the end. I think what they could have done was added like cartoony damage to this as well. So if you like go into a wall hard enough, your wheels just explode off the car. But then they like appear again immediately. You know, just a bit for a dramatic effect. But right. Oh, and again, I don't know what happens when you touch another car and you lose steering and then it pushes you into the wall. A little bit annoying. Oh, I forgot to mention last time, you do have a rear view mirror as well. If you press R3, yeah, you do get a rear view mirror. So you can turn that on and off on the fly. And we have 1 more lap to go. Again, the frame drops. Oh, for God's sake. But we're going to call this the last race anyway. Again, it's only going to be a short video. I don't want to elongate it too much because, again, it's exactly the same as Barro GT. So what you've seen in that game is what you're going to see in this one. So no difference whatsoever. I just want to try and catch up to the orange bloke. Try and draft him. Oh yeah, we're in the draft slightly. Probably do it before we get to 130R. Oh. Drafting works a little bit better on this game than it does on Barro GT. For the fact that on Barro GT, when you pull out of the draft, the car slows back down to its maximum velocity almost immediately. This one, it doesn't. You do actually keep the speed to slingshot past the drivers, and then you slow down, obviously. But there we go. At least we get a last-ditch victory in the last race. So, yeah, not too bad. So, again, if you want to check out these games, they're currently, well, while the Steam winter sale is still ongoing for the next couple of days, they're down to like 39 pence, and they're like 79p regular price, so they're incredibly cheap. And for achievement hunters, you know, they're ideal because you get achievements really quick. So, yeah, that is it for me for another one-off. And I'll be back next time with something else. So thank you very much for watching, as always. Thanks to Symphony as well for gifting me both of these games. I do appreciate it. And we'll be back next time with another one-off in some description. So thanks for watching, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.